Hello, Internet. This is SAR Mortinian here with another episode of Shenanigans. Okay, very tired tonight. I'm just going to warn you in advance. It is currently 3:10 in the AM, and this is as early as I could start this, so I am just every kind of awesome. I really need to start not doing these after the gaming club. I need to start doing them earlier in the day, probably right before I leave. Would be a good time, because then I would be awake and everything would work and make sense, and I would still remember everything from the day. Anyway, so let's see what interesting things have happened this week. Oh god, I've got one awesome story. It's incredibly stupid, but you all are gonna laugh at my expense. At my expense, might I add. So enjoy that when it comes. But let's see. Generally in the week, I've just been playing lots of fun stuff for you. I prop hunt. You probably saw, hopefully saw, maybe saw. I don't know. You don't know me. I'm tired. You may have seen the first episode of Prop Hunt, which went up Friday, I think. And I've got a few more episodes of that coming up. And then I will be filming more of that, and also looking into some of the other Gary's Mod and game modes. Like, I know that a lot of people are really big fans of Murder, and I've been considering playing that. Goodness. Let's see. Is it time? Yeah, I guess it's time to tell the story. Okay, so I was out hanging out with a friend, and we were a good 30-45 minutes from my apartment, and really most of civilization. We were kind of out in county around here, and just out in the boonies basically. And she hands me over some peanuts because we're starting to drive back, and I toss them in my mouth, right? I start chewing. Now, what a normal person's thinking here is like, oh, he's eating peanuts. He's a happy person because peanuts are delicious, unless you're allergic to peanuts, in which case I'm sorry, because your life sucks. But, normally peanuts are a wonderful thing. I start chewing on these peanuts. I'm eating the peanuts. I'm realizing my mouth is hurting, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. And then after a little while, my mouth starts tensing up, and that's really concerning. So we stop, and I kind of start examining things, and I realize that my jaw is popping crazy. And my friend is looking at it, and she's saying that my jaw is like this section of the jaw, I don't know what it's called, is actually like sticking out of the side of my head whenever I move the jaw to a substantial degree, like obviously out of the proper joint location. And so we realize that my jaw is dislocated, which is not terribly. I mean, it wasn't like sticking out like, rotated crazy wise, but it was abnormally out to a noticeable degree. And so we start calling doctors, chiropractors, what have you, as we're driving into town. And now she's driving rather than myself, because I'm in fairly substantial amount of pain. And we eventually figure out that I'm gonna have to go to urgent care because everything is closed. By the time I get there, I've managed to actually set my jaw back in to its to the socket, so that's not a problem anymore. And a lot of the pain went away, but not all of it. It's still giving me problems if I was clenching my jaw, this, that, and the other. Rotating my jaw in certain ways was still hurting quite a bit. So we went in, the doctor takes a look at it, and he determines that my jaw is sprained. That's correct. I sprained my jaw from eating peanuts. If that's not just the manliest thing you have ever heard, I've got no idea what you're doing with your life. What are you doing? You haven't sprained your jaw by eating peanuts. Not even slightly. So now I'm on, basically, there is no way to fix that. It's just sit and wait for it to get better, which is the most wonderful thing ever. My face hurts, and I can't fix it. So instead, what they've given me is painkillers, very good painkillers, might I add. Yay, prescriptions. And they're doing a pretty good job. They're twice a day, and they just clear out all the pain, really help with the swelling, which, so long as I'm taking them, I've had very low swelling, and that's nice. And they've also given me a muscle relaxant if I need it. Try not to take it, though, because it's a narcotic, and I really want to be able to drive and think straight, so gonna go with attempting to not take it if at all possible. But so yeah, I need to spend a lot of time resting and not destroying my jaw. But as long as I take the painkiller, talking is totally good, so I can keep filming videos and doing all that kind of cool stuff. Eating sucks, though. God. Okay. Now that's over and done with, and you can have a nice big laugh at me. My channel art is almost done. I'm working with the artist, just kind of touching up the images right now. She's gotten them mostly done, at least definitely the general designs mostly done, and they should be hopefully up inside of a week, maybe two, depending on how much finagling and fiddling we have to do. But I'm going to have some nice actual channel art as opposed to a picture of me from like a year and a half ago and a random standard template. And that'll be nice and beautiful and pretty, and you'll love it. Because I love you. Whew. What else do I normally talk about during Shenanigans? Because I know I normally talk about some other things. Oh, here's a thing. Okay, there are things beyond the yawn. That was unintentional. Oh, and very retroactively painful. Okay. Games that are fun. I can't think of the name of it. Where... There is a... Is this it? It's a Mafia-like game you can get. Yeah, basically it's a werewolf. It's a Mafia. It's Mafia, but with werewolves. And it's really fun. I can't think of the name. I'll get back to it, though. And it's really fun. You'd normally think, oh, yeah, Mafia. I mean, I've played it a lot. It's pretty fun. But there's all these really awesome tiles that are beyond the wolves. Like there's a little girl tile, there's a defender tile, there's a seer tile, there's a elder tile, cupid tile, thief tile. Incredible amount of special rules that just make the game really dynamic and fun, and very confusing to say the least. At least for the first game or two. Village Idiot is another one. I got that one. It's for the peanuts. But it's just a really fun game. If I can find it, and that may not be tonight, but within a few days when I figure out the actual name, I'll come back in and put it in the description. So if you're not watching this on the 26th of January, it's probably in the description and you can find it. And if not, just check back in a couple days, Hey, what you gonna do? Another little bit of information that is potentially fun. Once I've got my channel art, I'm going to add another shirt, which is my channel art, to my store. And you can buy SAR Mortinian shirts, hopefully, and that'll be awesome, and it'll be cool. And if you want to support me, that's awesome and fun and cool. And if you support me not being this tired in all my videos, because I'm sure you just love to see me exhausted and dying, definitely please comment in the comment section below and talk about how I'm a dum-dum and I should be definitely doing this before I go to my gaming club. And then I'll start doing that, and then you'll love me, and everything will be great. All that being said, main thing about today was the sad story. Please like, favorite, subscribe, do all your social media shenanigans, worship and spread the great word of the SAR team throughout the heavens, and buy my stuff, love me. Yeah, that's all. Have a good one. Oh.